What are some of the everyday and not so everyday household items that you'd be allowed to pack for your next flight? Well, in this video, I'm going to list out which household items you can pack for your flight and which ones you should leave at home. Let's get it.
Dream vacations start here.
So I'm going to break this list down into two parts. The first part is going to be those household items that you'd be allowed to pack in either a checked or carry-on bag. You won't have any issues from the TSA packing these items. And then the second part is going to be those items that will either have restrictions to be able to carry them or prohibited entirely. So let's start with the first part. Again, these are going to be items that you can freely pack in either a checked or carry-on bag without restrictions. These items are bottle opener, breast pump, baby powder. If you're going to be packing baby powder more than 12 ounces in a carry-on, then you must place it in a separate bin for x-ray screening, or you can pack it in a checked bag with no issues. Christmas or holiday lights, LED lights, clocks, coat hangers, coffee or espresso maker, corkscrews without the blade, solid deodorant, desktop computers, laptops, full-size video game consoles, printers, projectors, and tablets. Now, if you're packing a laptop or a tablet, you will have to remove them from the bag and place it in a separate bin if packing one in a carry-on. Otherwise, no issues to pack one in a checked bag. Detergent, either powder or pellet form. If you're packing the powder form in a carry-on, you'll just need to take it out of the bag and place it in its own bin. Disinfecting wipes, duct tape, DVD players, electric fans. Just make sure they can fit in either the overhead bins or under the seat if you're going to be carrying one on the airplane. Electric razors, empty water or beverage container, extension cords, fidget spinners, flashlights, forks, graters, electric heating pads, hot plates, light bulbs, magnets, paintings, pillows, printer ink, radios, remote control cars, sewing machine, and you'll just need to check with the airline to make sure it'll fit in the overhead bin or under the seat of the airplane. Small toy cars, speakers. Again, if you're going to be packing speakers as a carry-on, just make sure they fit in either the overhead bins or under the seat. Staplers, stick pins, surge protector, tea kettle, tortilla press, toy robots, vacuum robots, utensils, and waffle iron. And before I get to the second part, if you're finding this information helpful, make sure you hit the like button and I hope the video reaches more people who might find this information helpful as well. Now on to the second part, and these are going to be household items that will either have some restrictions on them or prohibited entirely. And I'll go through these one by one. The first item is an Airbrush Makeup Machine. Now you can pack one of these in either a checked or carry-on bag, but if it contains lithium batteries, then it must be packed in a carry-on per TSA rules. The next item is a blender. Blenders are allowed in carry-on bags if the blade has been removed. If you're going to pack one in a checked bag, make sure the blades of the blender are securely wrapped so it doesn't accidentally poke to your luggage. Next is bug repellent. For a carry-on, it would fall under the liquids and aerosol rule, which is that it has to be 3.4 ounces or less. For a checked bag, the total quantity of bug repellent that can be carried per person is 2 kilograms, which is 70 ounces, or 2 liters, which is 68 fluid ounces. The capacity of each container must not exceed 0.5 kilograms, which is 18 ounces, or 500 milliliters, which equates to 17 fluid ounces. Now, only bug repellents that you would apply to your skin is accepted. Also, the bug repellent must be protected with a cap to prevent accidental release. Now, ladies, let's talk about curling irons and flat irons. If you have a cordless curling iron or a flat iron and it contains lithium metal or lithium ion batteries or something that I didn't even know existed until now, which is gas or butane fueled irons, if you own one of these type of irons, then only these can be packed in a carry-on bag. You also need to have a safety cover covering the heating element of the curling or flat iron. If you have the gas type of iron, just know that spare cartridges are not allowed. And if you own an iron with a cord, then those can be packed in either a checked or carry-on bag without any issues. Next is cutting boards. Believe it or not, cutting boards are only allowed to be packed in a checked bag. It would not be permitted in a carry-on. Liquid or aerosol deodorant. This would follow the liquid rule for carry-on luggage, no more than 3.4 ounces per container. And for a checked bag, you're limited to 68 fluid ounces or 2 liters, and it must have a protected cap for the aerosol deodorants. Next is a microwave. No problem to try to pack one in a checked bag, but if you want to take one as a carry-on, they will be allowed through security, but you want to check with the airline you're flying with for their policy about microwaves. Mixers. Mixers are allowed in checked luggage, but if you want to pack one in a carry-on bag, you want to check with the airline for any size or weight restrictions. Next on the list are MREs. And if you don't know what an MRE stands for, it stands for meals ready to eat. And as long as your MREs don't contain any liquid or gel in them over 3.4 ounces, then you can pack them in a carry-on bag. Just know that some airlines do not allow MREs on carry-on bags due to the self-heating element. So you want to check with the airline you're flying with to verify their policy. And if you want to pack them in a check bag, there are no restrictions to do so. Pots and pans. Pots and pans are generally allowed in both a carry-on and check bag. However, cast iron skillets are not allowed in a carry-on bag and will have to be packed in a checked bag. Spillable batteries are not allowed in either a checked or carry-on bag except those in wheelchairs. The same goes for spray starts, turpentine, and paint thinner. Not allowed in either bag. Vacuum sealed bags. You can use them to pack your clothes, and they can be used in either a checked or carry-on bag, but it's not encouraged. And the reason for that is that if for some reason an alarm goes off for your bag, a TSA officer may have to break open your vacuum sealed bag to inspect it, which then leaves you with the difficult challenge of trying to fit your clothes back in your bag. And the last item I will cover is a wedding dress. Now normally you can carry a garment style bag for clothes with no issue, but because a wedding dress is typically a much larger item, it's recommended that you contact your airline to determine their policy for bringing and stowing a wedding dress on their plane, as well as how it fits into their carry-on bag limitations. If for some reason your dress cannot fit to the X-ray machine, alternate screening procedures will be taken to clear the dress, and your garment bag will need to be opened. So fair warning on that. Feel free to ask me any questions you have about any of the items I covered in this video in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. I also link some resources in the video description for you to check out if you're looking for more information. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing. I do have other videos that cover TSA rules for other categories, as well as passport information and other tips that will help you in planning for your next trip. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I hope to see you in a future video.